Let me tell you something most people will never accept. Most people are hiding. They're hiding behind excuses, behind comfort, behind the illusion that their time will come. They scroll through success stories while sitting in mediocrity. They watch others build empires while they build nothing. They tell themselves they're preparing. They tell themselves they're not ready yet. But the truth? They're evaporating. Slowly, quietly, becoming invisible in a world that only rewards the visible. Because here's what nobody wants to admit. The world is a battlefield. And on a battlefield, there are only two types of people. Those who fight and dominate, and those who hide and evaporate. Robert Greene said it perfectly in the 48 Laws of Power. If you are unsure of a course of action, do not attempt it. Your doubts and hesitations will infect your execution. Most people are infected with hesitation. They wait for permission that never comes. They wait for confidence that never arrives. They wait for the perfect moment while life passes them by. But the rare few, the ones who understand the game, they don't wait. They fight. They dominate. They take what's theirs while everyone else is still deciding if they deserve it. And in this video, I'm going to give you 12 dark truths about fighting and dominating in life. I'm going to show you why silence is your weapon, why calculated aggression beats raw emotion, why people will fear your calm more than another man's anger, and why the moment you stop hiding is the moment you start winning. These aren't pretty truths. These aren't motivational speeches. These are the harsh realities that separate the dominant from the dominated. If you're ready to stop evaporating and start dominating, drop "I'm here to prosper" in the comments right now. Let's begin. Number 1. Decide you're done hiding. Most people never fight because they never truly decide. They keep one foot in the arena and one foot in the exit. They say they want success, but they're terrified of what success requires. So they hide behind "I'm working on myself," behind "I'm building in silence," behind "I'm not ready to show up yet." And years pass and nothing changes. Napoleon Hill wrote in Think and Grow Rich, "There is one quality which one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of purpose." Most people don't have definiteness, they have wishfulness. Here's how you decide you're done hiding. Step 1. Burn the backup plan. Stop giving yourself an escape route. Stop telling yourself you can always go back to your old life if this doesn't work out. Step 2. Declare war on your old self. Not metaphorically, actually. Write down who you were, the excuses you made, the comfort you chose, and declare that person dead. Step 3. Make a public commitment. Tell someone what you're building. Post it. Say it out loud. Because the moment you hide your ambition is the moment you've already lost. Here's the psychology. When you decide with finality, your brain stops wasting energy on maybe. It redirects all power to how. People feel this shift in you. They sense you're no longer negotiating with yourself, and that makes you dangerous. That makes you dominant. Most people will spend their entire lives negotiating with themselves, wondering if they should, if they could, if it's worth it. You decided. And decision is the line between hiding and fighting. Number 2. Embrace strategic ruthlessness. Most people think being ruthless means being cruel. It doesn't. Being ruthless means cutting away everything that doesn't serve your ascent. Most people are kind to distractions, polite to time wasters. They say yes when they should say no. They keep people around who drain them because they're afraid of seeming cold, and they wonder why they never rise. Here's what the dominant understand. Your time is your life. Your energy is your power, and anyone who steals either is your enemy. Not a friend you're being patient with, an enemy. David Goggins doesn't talk about this with poetry, he lives it with brutality. He cut away everything soft, everything comfortable, everything that whispered, "It's okay to slow down." Here's how you become strategically ruthless. Step 1. Audit your circle. Write down every person you spend time with. Ask yourself, does this person make me sharper or duller? If they make you duller, reduce contact to 0. Step 2. Kill your vices with precision. You know what's holding you back. The scrolling, the substances, the small escapes you tell yourself are harmless. They're not harmless. They're evaporating you. Cut them out like a surgeon cuts out cancer. Step 3. Protect your peak hours. Most people give their best energy to other people's demands. The dominant give their best energy to their own ascent. Your morning belongs to you. Your focus belongs to your mission. Everything else is secondary. Here's the psychology. When you become ruthless with your boundaries, people respect you more, not less. They see you're serious. They see you're not playing games. And serious people attract serious opportunities. Weak people attract weak results. You're choosing which one you'll be with every decision you make. Drop "I protect my energy" in the comments. Number 3. Develop a quiet, dangerous presence. Most people think dominance is loud. It's not. Dominance is quiet. It's the man who walks into a room and doesn't need to announce himself. It's the energy that says, "I don't need your validation." Most people are loud because they're insecure. They talk because silence makes them uncomfortable. They explain themselves because they need approval. But the ones who fight and dominate, they move in silence. They speak with intention. And when they're quiet, people lean in. Robert Greene wrote, "When you say less than necessary, people are impressed by your words, and you appear more powerful." Here's how you develop quiet dominance. Step 1. Stop explaining yourself. When someone questions your decision, don't defend it. A simple, "I've made my choice" is enough. The more you explain, the weaker you appear. Step 2. Master the pause. Before you respond to anything, pause for 3 seconds. Let the silence sit. This does 2 things. It makes you appear more thoughtful, and it makes others uncomfortable, which shifts power to you. Step 3. Eliminate filler words. Like, you know, I think. These words drain your presence. Speak with certainty, or don't speak at all. Here's the psychology. Silence creates tension, and tension creates respect. When you're comfortable in silence, others become uncomfortable, and discomfort makes people subconsciously submit to your frame. You become the calm center in a world of noise, and calm centers are where power lives. Drop "I move in silence" in the comments. Number 4. Take aggressive action daily. Most people are comfortable with planning. They love vision boards. They love talking about what they're going to do. But they're terrified of doing, because doing means risking failure. Doing means facing rejection. Doing means being visible. And most people would rather stay invisible and comfortable than be visible and vulnerable. But here's the truth. Aggressive daily action is the only thing that separates winners from dreamers. Not talent, not luck, not connections. Action. Relentless, uncomfortable, daily action. Grant Cardone built an empire on one principle. Massive action solves all problems. Here's how you take aggressive action. Step 1. Identify the one thing you're avoiding. There's something you know you need to do. The call you need to make. The video you need to post. The business you need to start. You're avoiding it because it's hard. Do it today. Not tomorrow, today. Step 2. Set a daily non-negotiable. Every single day you do one thing that moves you toward dominance. One cold email, one workout, 1 hour of skill building. No excuses, no negotiations. Step 3. Increase intensity weekly. If you made 5 approaches this week, make 10 next week. If you worked 1 hour on your business, work 2. Dominance requires escalation. Comfort requires stagnation. You choose with your daily actions. Here's the psychology. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates presence. And presence creates dominance. The man who acts while others think becomes untouchable, because most people never leave the thinking phase. You're already 10 steps ahead just by moving. Number 5. Build yourself in complete isolation. Most people need constant validation. They need likes, comments, encouragement. They need people to tell them they're on the right path. And the moment the validation stops, they stop. But the ones who dominate? They build in the dark. They don't post their progress. They don't announce their plans. They disappear for months and reappear transformed. And everyone wonders how. Here's what they don't understand. Real transformation happens in isolation, not in front of an audience. The gym at 5 a.m. when no one's watching. The skill you're learning when no one knows. The business you're building before you tell a single soul. That's where dominance is forged. Here's how you build in isolation. Step 1. Delete the urge to document. Stop posting every small win. Stop seeking validation for showing up. You don't need applause for doing what you're supposed to do. Step 2. Create a private scoreboard. Track your progress somewhere only you can see it. Your lifts, your income, your skills. Let the numbers be your validation. Step 3. Set a reveal date. Tell yourself, I will not share what I'm building until specific date or milestone. This keeps you focused on the work, not the perception. Here's the psychology. When you remove external validation, you develop internal discipline. You stop being motivated by likes and start being driven by purpose. And when you finally reveal what you've built, people don't see effort, they see results. And results command respect in a way process never will. Drop "I build in silence" in the comments. Number 6. Become immune to rejection. Most people are crippled by rejection. Someone says no, they spiral. Someone criticizes them, they quit. Someone doesn't believe in them, they start doubting themselves. And this is why most people hide, because hiding means never facing rejection. But here's the brutal truth. Rejection is the currency of dominance. Every no brings you closer to yes. Every criticism sharpens you. Every person who doubted you becomes fuel. Jocko Willink says it simply. Good. Didn't get the deal? Good. Find a better one. Got rejected? Good. You're one step closer. Failed? Good. Now you know what doesn't work. Here's how you become immune to rejection. Step 1. Seek rejection deliberately. Make it a goal to get rejected 10 times this week. Ask for things you think you'll get told no to. Pitch ideas you think will fail. The more you face rejection, the less power it has over you. Step 2. Reframe every no. A no is not a failure. It's data. It's information. It tells you what to adjust, not what to abandon. Step 3. Keep a rejection journal. Write down every rejection you face and what you learned. Watch the pattern emerge. Rejection doesn't destroy you. It refines you. Here's the psychology. Fear of rejection is just fear of discomfort, and discomfort is where growth lives. When you become comfortable being uncomfortable, you become unstoppable. Because while everyone else is avoiding the hard conversations, the risky moves, the bold asks, you're running toward them, and that makes you dangerous. Number 7. Operate from abundance, not scarcity. Most people operate from scarcity. They hold on to bad relationships because they're afraid they won't find better. They stay in jobs they hate because they're afraid of financial risk. They settle because they don't believe they deserve more. This is the energy of evaporation, the energy of hiding, the energy of people who have already accepted defeat. But the ones who dominate, they operate from abundance. Not because they have everything, but because they believe more is always available. Better opportunities, better people, better results. And this belief changes everything. Here's how you shift to abundance. Step 1. Walk away from anything that doesn't serve you. The relationship that drains you? Leave. The friend who doubts you? Distance. The opportunity that feels wrong? Decline. Walking away proves to yourself that better exists. Step 2. Celebrate small wins like they're inevitable. When something good happens, don't be surprised. Expect it. This trains your brain to see success as normal, not lucky. Step 3. Give freely. Help people with no expectation of return. Share knowledge. Make introductions. This creates a psychological loop. When you give as if you have abundance, you start to believe you do. And belief shapes reality. Here's the psychology. Scarcity makes you desperate. Desperation makes you weak. Weakness makes you invisible. But abundance makes you calm. Calm makes you confident. Confidence makes you magnetic. People are drawn to those who don't need them, repelled by those who do. Drop "I operate from abundance" in the comments. Number 8. Master the art of calculated aggression. Most people are either too passive or too reckless. The passive ones never make a move. They wait for permission. They hope opportunity finds them. And they die waiting. The reckless ones move without thinking. They burn bridges. They create unnecessary enemies. And they sabotage themselves. But the dominant? They master calculated aggression. They know when to strike. And they know when to wait. Sun Tzu wrote in The Art of War, "Engage people with what they expect. It is what they are able to discern and confirms their projections. It settles them into predictable patterns of response, occupying their minds while you wait for the extraordinary moment, that which they cannot anticipate." Here's how you develop calculated aggression. Step 1. Study the environment before you move. Don't react emotionally. Observe. Who has power? Who controls resources? What are the unspoken rules? Move only when you understand the game. Step 2. Strike when others are comfortable. Most people make moves when everyone expects it. You make moves when no one sees it coming. This creates maximum impact with minimal resistance. Step 3. Always have a secondary plan. Calculated aggression means you've already thought 3 moves ahead. If this fails, you do that. If they respond this way, you pivot that way. You're never caught off guard. Here's the psychology. Calculated aggression creates respect and fear simultaneously. People respect your boldness and fear your precision. They can't predict you, so they can't control you. And what people can't control, they submit to. Number 9. Accept that you'll be misunderstood. Most people crave understanding. They need people to get them, to see their vision, to validate their journey. And when people don't understand, they dim their light. They shrink. They start explaining themselves into weakness. But here's the truth. If you're building something real, most people won't understand. They can't. Because they're not on your level. They're not in your arena. They're not fighting your fight. And that's okay. Steve Jobs didn't wait for people to understand the iPhone. Elon Musk didn't wait for people to believe in reusable rockets. Kobe Bryant didn't wait for teammates to understand his obsession. They moved anyway. Here's how you embrace being misunderstood. Step 1. Stop seeking agreement. You don't need people to agree with your vision. You need them to respect your commitment to it. Step 2. Let your results speak. Don't defend your choices with words. Defend them with outcomes. When you win, understanding becomes irrelevant. Step 3. Find one person who gets it. You don't need a crowd. You need one mentor, one peer, one person who sees what you see. That's enough. Here's the psychology. Being misunderstood is proof you're ahead. If everyone understood you, you wouldn't be doing anything new. You'd be repeating what's already been done. The loneliness of the misunderstood is the price of dominance. Pay it willingly. Drop "I walk alone" in the comments. Number 10. Eliminate hesitation permanently. Most people hesitate. They feel the pull to act, but they wait. They overthink. They calculate risk until the opportunity vanishes. And they call this being smart. But it's not smart. It's fear disguised as wisdom. Mel Robbins discovered something powerful: the 5-second window. You have 5 seconds between the impulse to act and your brain talking you out of it. If you don't move in those 5 seconds, you won't move at all. Here's how you eliminate hesitation. Step 1, adopt the 5-second rule. The moment you feel the urge to do something that moves you forward, count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then move. No thinking, no negotiating, just action. Step 2, train your body to act before your mind catches up. Do cold showers, approach strangers, make the uncomfortable call. Condition yourself to move toward discomfort, not away from it. Step 3, track your hesitations. Every time you hesitate and don't act, write it down. At the end of the week, look at the list. Look at all the opportunities you let slip because you waited. Let the pain of inaction be greater than the fear of action. Here's the psychology. Hesitation is a learned behavior. You weren't born hesitant. You learned it through rejection, failure, and criticism. But you can unlearn it through repetition. The more you act without hesitating, the more your brain rewires itself. Eventually, action becomes your default. And when action is your default, you become unstoppable. Number 11. Outwork your competition while they sleep. Most people want to win, but they don't want to do what winning requires. They want the result without the sacrifice, the glory without the grind, the respect without the relentless effort. And this is why they lose. Because while they're sleeping in, you're already 3 hours into your day. While they're scrolling, you're building. While they're complaining, you're executing. And this gap becomes insurmountable. Here's how you outwork everyone. Step 1, own your mornings. The first 3 hours of your day determine everything. Most people waste them. You weaponize them. Wake up before the sun. Train your body. Build your mind. Execute on your mission. By the time most people wake up, you've already won the day. Step 2, eliminate entertainment during work hours. No music with lyrics, no social media, no distractions. You work in deep focus blocks where nothing exists except the task. Step 3, add 1 extra hour. Everyone works 8 hours. You work 9. That extra hour multiplied over weeks, months, years. That's the difference between good and dominant. Here's the psychology. Outworking people creates a psychological edge. You know something they don't. You did more. And that knowledge makes you unshakable. When you're in the room with competitors, you're calm because you know you've already outprepared them. That calm is dominance. Drop "I outwork everyone" in the comments. Number 12. Become comfortable being feared, not loved. Most people need to be liked. They shape their words to avoid offense. They dim their intensity to make others comfortable. They apologize for their ambition, and they wonder why no one respects them. Here's the truth. Respect and likability are not the same. You can be liked and dismissed, or you can be feared and remembered. Machiavelli wrote in The Prince, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." Most people misunderstand this. Being feared doesn't mean being cruel. It means being formidable. It means people know that crossing you has consequences, that wasting your time is not tolerated, that you are not a man to be played with. Here's how you become comfortable being feared. Step 1. Set non-negotiable boundaries. When someone crosses them, there is an immediate consequence. You don't warn twice. You don't explain endlessly. You simply enforce. Step 2. Speak with finality. Stop softening your statements with maybe or I think. When you make a decision, it's final. When you state something, it's truth. This creates a frame others cannot penetrate. Step 3. Show restraint, not softness. When someone disrespects you, don't explode, don't argue. Simply remove your presence, your help, your energy. Let them feel the void you leave. That void is more powerful than any outburst. Here's the psychology. When people fear you, they respect your time. They consider their words before speaking to you. They think twice before making requests. This is not cruelty. This is self-respect at the highest level. And self-respect commands respect from others. The weak want to be loved because they need external validation. The strong are comfortable being feared because they validate themselves. Drop "I am respected" in the comments. Let me bring this back to where we started. Fight and dominate, or hide and evaporate. These aren't just words. This is the choice you make every single day. Every time you hit snooze instead of rising, you're choosing to hide. Every time you stay silent when you should speak, you're evaporating. Every time you wait for permission that will never come, you're surrendering. But every time you act despite fear, you're fighting. Every time you set a boundary and enforce it, you're dominating. Every time you build in silence and let results speak, you're becoming untouchable. These 12 truths are not about ego. They're not about being cruel or heartless. They're about becoming a man who refuses to be invisible. A man who refuses to negotiate with mediocrity. A man who understands that the world rewards the bold, not the hesitant. You're going to be misunderstood. You're going to be alone sometimes. You're going to face rejection, criticism, and doubt. But here's what most people don't tell you. That loneliness is temporary. That rejection is preparation. That criticism from the weak means you're doing something right. And when you finally break through, when you've built something undeniable, when you've become the man you were meant to be, all of that pain becomes power. All of that isolation becomes strength. All of that doubt becomes unshakable confidence. So I'm going to ask you one final time. Are you going to fight and dominate, or are you going to hide and evaporate? The choice was always yours. And deep down, you already know what you have to do. Drop "I am at peace with myself" in the comments. Now get off this video and go become dangerous.